Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the QSP Capybara. Now, this knife was sent to me through the Apex Pass Around group, and I've been carrying it for about a week and a half, okay? I just put it back in the box so we could take a look at what you're expecting at about $280, okay? So this is an expensive knife. Okay, we're going to just kind of get that out of the way. So this is one of their higher end pieces. Excuse me. So that's what you get. You get a nice cardboard box with a little pull tab. And then there is your USP code and your item number and also the description. So this has a belt satin blade hollow grind M390. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with this knife. It's a flipper, and we also have a pretty interesting thumb stud. It's made out of this marbled G10, and it's really not my taste. It's red, white, and blue. It comes in multiple different colors, but I have to say, the rest of this knife is pretty darn cool. I honestly believe it looks like something out of Alien, okay, with these ridges over here and the ridges here. You have the lock bar relief here that is somewhat integrated into that design, but I really feel that that could have easily been done on the opposite side with this light milling being continuous. You also have a lock bar insert in there, okay? And you have this nice ring around the pivot that matches all the other G10 around it. This G10 here is screwed into place. So technically, if you wanted to, you could get two of these models and switch everything around. And that would be kind of interesting to see how you could make different combinations, but that would also be pretty expensive. So here is the belt satin blade. It's M390. And to be fair, I've had no issues with it, okay? I'm not going to abuse it as if it was mine because, well, this is a pass-around group knife, but it's pretty comfortable. You have this nice little relief here for your end of your thumb here. You could actually really wrap around here and do some very fine cutting if you really needed to, but you've got some nice jimping there. You can see that, yes, I have been using it, carrying it, some crud in there. I mean, we've all been carrying this knife. The lockup is good, okay? It's a good about 30% in there, but there's no movement on this thing. The detent is perfect. I mean, it's fantastic. This thing has been very, very nice to carry. Now, I will say this, when it comes to the middle finger flick, the detent is pretty strong. I mean, I'm able to middle finger flick it, but I mean, really, you've got to get that sweet spot, which is like right there, to get that thing to pop out, and it's really not that reliable. So the Capybara, how does it come out against a few other knives? So I've started to integrate this into my comparison because this is probably something you could get anywhere. It's a Husky utility blade knife, so there's that. And then something a little more expensive, a large Sebenza 31. So you can see that, yeah, the 31 is going to be a lot bigger. Okay, that's butt to butt there on that. And let's see, let's compare it to another classic, Kershaw Blur. Okay, so it's kind of a small knife. It's not going to be ridiculously huge, but it's definitely bigger than some other knives that you might be carrying, especially in the height. When it comes to the case trapper, you're looking at about the same size, okay? So when it comes to the case trapper, you're looking at about the same size. And to be fair, with this choil up here, the choil, forward choil, you're looking at about the same hand grip width, okay? Length. So to be fair, it is a pretty compact knife, but you also have a very usable blade. Now, to be fair, I actually believe it's pretty darn comfortable this way, okay? And I would have just preferred the blade to go all the way back there, because in my use, I have had this caught on cardboard, paper, boxes. Sometimes you run up a little bit further and do a full cut, and you're ended up just losing the knife. To be honest, and it doesn't show it, but I have dropped it a couple times because of that relief. And sometimes I'm pulling on zip ties, and that zip tie will just travel back up here, and it will land in here, and you're just tugging. Okay, so it's not the best. I mean, you're really not looking at a lot of blade length here, so it's got that going against it. As for the rest of it, I mean, it's fun to carry, it's fun to play with. I mean, if you're a guy that really has to have that middle finger flick, you'll learn the curve on this one, because it's fun. This is definitely a fidget toy if you want it. Now, when it comes to the price, I mean, really what you're looking at, so this is just my personal opinion. I do not think this is a very special knife. This is a very, it's a cool looking knife, but it's very cookie cutter, okay? It's literally a slab of titanium with some contouring, some slots, and some G10 put into the handle. I don't know. I mean, really, I would have preferred this to be like titanium and maybe some other color, okay? And maybe put a blue pocket clip and then just done like black and purple marbled G10. That would have looked cool. Heck, if you had done like a purple handle, purple titanium thumb studs, and then done the black and purple G10 with a bright purple pocket clip, that would have looked cool. I think it would have felt like a little more value, but this is just literally raw titanium and some G10 and M390. M390 now is, I personally feel it's a little obsolete, especially with all the knife steels that are out there. So for the money that you're paying for this, I really enjoyed carrying it and using it, but to tell you the truth, I would not buy it. Now, would I recommend it? If this is your thing, go for it. I think it's a handsome blade, but really, for the money you're going to spend, you could get some really cool stuff out there. So thought you guys would enjoy this. And again, thank you, Apex Pass Around Group, for sending this knife in. It's going to be going to the next individual in line, and you should see it up on his channel. So till the next one, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.